Hi, welcome to another episode of Truck Chat. My name's Harrison, and today our guest is actually from the Northern Hemisphere, and he's none other than Martin Merrick, Volvo Group Australia President. Martin, thanks for chatting trucks, and first and foremost, how are you?
I'm fantastic, Harry. How are you?
Not too bad. Thanks for giving us some time today. Now, I want to know a little bit what's going on through your mind at the moment. You're nervous? Have you heard about my journalism skills?
I'm actually open-minded here, Harry. It's so far so good, mate.
First and foremost, Martin, your career in the trucks
Yep.
spans 30 years. Aren't you sick of it yet?
Absolutely no, a little bit more actually.
More than 30?
Yeah. I started my career in this industry as a technician, a vehicle mechanic, an apprentice, and I joined the Volvo Group. In 2 months' time, it'll be 35 years I've been with Volvo Group. I love the industry, and I think when you've got it in your blood, it's not just a job,
Yep.
you know. It's a lifestyle, it's a passion, you know. So there's nothing that I don't enjoy about in this industry, in this business every day.
Very passionate. Now, I'm not too sure if our viewers have noticed yet, but you're a Scot.
Mm-hmm.
You work for a Swedish brand,
Yep.
and now you're living in Australia, running their branch down under. Where's home?
I'm a proud Scot, but I'm an international guy. I've spent 2 years in Sweden in headquarters before I came here. I spent 4 years here. I now have a new extended family here with a granddaughter. I have my grandson and my son back in Scotland, family and friends. So I'm actually straddling Scotland and Australia here. So I would say I'm a Scozzie, and my home is now Australia at the moment.
I like that. I'm going to write that down, a Scozzie. Righto, I like that. Okay, I'll make the question simpler.
Okay.
Haggis, IKEA Swedish meatballs, or a meat pie? What's the best?
It's got to be haggis, along with nips and tatties.
Nips and tatties, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to Scotland in a couple of weeks, so you're going to tell me where to find the best haggis.
Absolutely.
And many truck execs in this field have been around. They've dibbled and dabbled in all the brands. You haven't. You're a stout, loyal Volvo man. Why is that?
As I said, I've joined the organisation 35 years ago. I've had great opportunities to work in many different areas of the business, different countries. But Volvo Group have got such a higher purpose that they want to shape the world we want to live in. The brands that we have and the core values, and having the people that I've worked with over the years, I've never felt the need that I need to go somewhere else outside the organisation to develop. So from a personal development point of view, Volvo supported me through, you know, my academic studies, give me opportunities to then develop on the job. So I've never felt the need to leave Volvo Group.
Trucking's a bit different than back home in Scotland, and a little bit different still in Sweden. What's the main differences between the Northern Hemisphere and the very different Aussie market?
I'll have to say that I've enjoyed many roles I've had within the Volvo Group, but this is probably the most exciting role that I've had. The diverse industry that we have here, the trucking industry is incredible. You know, we see what we've got in the Pilbara, what we see with this vehicle behind us, fully electric vehicle distribution-wise. The variation that we have, the temperatures, the distance, the weights, the combinations, the variety is huge. So this is unique. We build Volvo trucks here, just down the road at our factory. We celebrated 50 years this year of the factory. We build Volvo trucks here and Mack trucks here that we don't see anywhere else in the world. That's just awesome.
Well, that was my next question. Talk about the Wacol facility. This is pretty iconic with Brisbane, certainly iconic with manufacturing here in Australia. And as you mentioned, just touched over 50 years. How important is that to the industry?
I think it's vitally important. You know, we have Packard, we have ourselves, still manufacturing here in Australia is very important. And we can hear that what's been on the world recently in global supply chains being stressed, that there's maybe more focus now to have more local value chains. So I would say it's vitally important to our industry and to Australia overall that we have that knowledge, skills and capability here in Australia.
Have you ever wanted to get out of it and chuck on some ruggers and flip-flops and get behind the wheel? You've done everything else in the industry. You've done sales, you're an exec, you've been on the tools.
Yep, I've been a mechanic, and actually, now that you say that, yesterday, our key account manager in our retail business, John Grosman, asked me to then deliver a truck to a customer. Well, he gave me the option. He said, we need to visit a customer yesterday, Martin, our very loyal customer, Flea Nolan's Transport in Gatton. He said, would you like to drive the car or drive the truck? I said, I'll drive the truck. Would I want to do it full time? Not right now, but I actually said to Flea Nolan yesterday, perhaps it's something I would consider when I decide to retire, to do a little job of driving like that now and again, because I really do enjoy it.
Now I'm going to ask a hard-hitting question. Your 3 babies,
Yeah.
have you got a favourite?
Well, that's a tough question, Harry. Of course, I've grown up in Volvo brand. I've been out of my 35 years. I've spent the majority of that in the Volvo brand. But I've got a son at 35 years old and I've got a daughter at 26 years old. I've spent more time with my son. I don't love my daughter any less.
That's a very diplomatic answer. Kudos to you there, Martin. You're peacocking a bit this morning. Your chest puffed out. You're a bit confident, because I think I know why. You've had a really, really good couple of days. Team Global Express has just placed an order of 36 of your electric Volvos. Talk us through that deal. It's pretty significant, certainly in the electric game here in Australia.
Absolutely, and I think it sends a signal that Australia is not lagging behind the rest of the world in their transformation to the future. Paul and the rest of the team here have done a fantastic job. We've had 2 trucks running here right behind us with Linfox in Melbourne for almost 2 years now. They've been running in all sorts of conditions and they've performed fantastic. So these trucks are ready, they're performing well, and I would like to think now we can see the journey really accelerating going forward. So we're absolutely delighted, not only for us, but for the industry and for Australia as a whole, that we're on a great journey.
Certainly a journey. All we have to do is look behind us. You've got this FL here, and then I don't even know, what model is that one over there?
F86, that's the first model. Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to dip into your tool bag here.
Yeah.
Sell me a EV Volvo, come on.
Okay, Harry, I have to say that...
I'll be marking you on this, by the way.
No worries, thanks, mate. 20% of CO2 emissions here in Australia is generated from transport. We've got a complete total range of trucks that we can support you on that journey. So, would you like to know more?
I do, and can I have it in that colour?
Absolutely.
I really like that colour scheme.
Any colour you like.
It is a massive topic at the moment. We speak about EV and that next future of trucks. When we spoke about it only a couple of years ago, it was on the horizon. It's 10, 20 years away. That horizon's creeping closer and closer to the point now when we're speaking, it's here. How exciting is it from an industry point of view that this technology has been fast-tracked?
I mean, it's incredible. We will all be part of something special over the next decade. Volvo Group are investing more than ever before in battery electric vehicle, fuel cell electric vehicle, and the internal combustion engine, which will be with us for some time, that will run on biofuels and perhaps even hydrogen. So for us, that's a really exciting time, not only for the industry, but for the planet as a whole, I have to say.
Now, it's 35 degrees today in Brisbane. Back home, I saw it's about, it's coming up to negatives.
Yep.
I saw the weather forecast. Are you missing Glasgow?
I miss Glasgow. I don't miss the cold. I don't miss going to the work in wet, cold weather and coming back in wet, cold weather and it's dark, So I have to say that, I play golf, and with a saying in Scotland that we know it's summer because the rain's a bit warmer, So.
Well, since you miss it, I've got a little bit of a comfort for you, if that's all right. These are hard to find, mate. They're a bit warm. Can I? I've never had one.
Can I just say this is what we call Bar's Iron Brew.
Yeah, I hear.
Actually,
an acquired taste, I hear.
Whiskey is our national drink, but we say Bar's Iron Brew, our other national drink.
All right, well, cheers this.
Yep, we don't say cheers in Scotland, we say Slangiva.
Ah, Slangiva.
Slangiva, cheers.
That's not too bad.
Nectar.
Now, mother's milk, you reckon?
Yeah.
Let's change topic a little bit. Brisbane Truck Show.
Yep.
You're back.
Yep.
We're not going to talk about why.
Yep.
Tell us how excited you are. It's a big event for the industry.
Huge event for the industry, and I think it's a super exciting time. There's a lot happening in the industry as a whole and technology, so I'm really looking forward to the Brisbane Truck Show. Yeah.
Now we're going to play a word association game. Just before we start that, this thing is killer.
Yeah.
This is unreal. Why have I never had an iron brew?
Yeah. When you go to Scotland and you maybe have a good night out at a ceilidh, the next morning, if you have a can of iron brew and a roll in square sausage, it's a great hangover cure. So, for you young guys,
Word association. I say a few words.
Okay.
You give me the first thing that comes to your head.
Okay.
Off the bat, Waco.
50 years.
Good one. IKEA Swedish meatballs.
Napoli tomato sauce.
Mercedes.
German.
Aussie Trucking.
Diverse.
The Road Ranger gearbox.
Hard work.
Hard work, crunch. It's in the back of my head. Scotland.
Scotland. There's so many words in there, but I have to choose family.
Yep, well said. Kenworth,
Respect.
haggis,
Nips and tatties.
hydrogen trucks.
The future.
Martin Merrick, my final question. Brisbane Truck Show.
The place to be in 2023.
Hey, yeah, poet didn't even know it. Thank you, Martin Merrick, for chatting trucks. And thank you for
Harry.
telling me some lovely facts about Iron Brew. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Slanjiva.
Slanjiva.